Good morning. My name is Susan Nauberry, hearing officer for San Francisco Public Works, and Nathan Rodas is the clerk for this hearing. The hearing is being recorded via Zoom and will be available afterward through a link on the San Francisco Public Works website, sfpublicworks.org. As this is a virtual hearing, there is no sign-in sheet. So if you would like to receive information about the results of this hearing, please send an email to the email address listed on the hearing notice. The public hearing is being held to consider one item. It is order 206070 to consider tentative approvals for the following applications for surface mounted facility site permits. Permit 16 SMF 0080. The applicant is PG&E, and the location address is 1194 Sherwin Street. My job as the hearing officer is to gather the facts for the hearing item, listen to your testimonies, and help our director of public works make determinations. I will not be making any decisions today. Instead, I will forward the findings of this hearing and make my recommendation to the director. The director will make the final determinations. When the director's determinations are made, the department will notify you of them if you have provided contact information. The hearing will proceed as follows for the case. I will ask Public Works staff to speak and present the case. Then I will allow the property owner or appellant or the applicant to speak. Then any member of the public or witness who wants to speak. Then the department, if the department would like to address any comments. Then there'll be an allowance for the property owner, appellant, or applicant for one rebuttal. Each speaker will have up to 3 minutes to speak, and the clerk will monitor the time for all speakers and will indicate when the speaker has 30 seconds left. If you're a party to this proceeding, I will call on you to speak. If you would like to use visual materials in your presentation, please let me know before you speak. You will then have the standard 3 minutes to provide your comments. If you are a member of the public or witness who wants to speak, please wait for me to call public comments, then use Zoom's raise your hand feature to put yourself in the queue to speak. When it is your turn to speak, I will recognize you. If you would like to use visual materials in your presentation, please let us know before you speak and you will have the standard 3 minutes. Comments and questions should be addressed to me, the hearing officer, and not to the department or the applicant. If you cannot finish your comments within the allotted time, you may submit written testimony by the end of this hearing. If I feel that a question is warranted, I will ask the question. And after all comments are completed, I will close the item. And we will now begin the hearing. May I please have Public Works make its presentation?
Yes. Can I share my screen? Let me know if you're able to see the screen.
Can see it.
Okay, good. All right, I'll be in. Good morning. I'm Leo Palacios, representing San Francisco Public Works, the Bureau of Street Use and Mapping. Surface mounted facilities are utility facilities which are installed directly in the public sidewalk above the surface of a street. San Francisco issues surface mounted facility permits under Public Works Code Article 27 and Public Works Order 205791. So the Bureau has scheduled this hearing for Pacific Gas and Electric, also known as a PG&E, surface mounted facility application 16 SMF 0080. And just a correction on the address, it's actually 194 Sherwin Street, not 1194. Just to determine whether, just to determine whether Public Works should approve PG&E's waiver of the pre-application approval process and PG&E's proposal location for its surface mounted facility. You could see just an image of a photo simulation of the proposal. So as authorized under Public Works Code Article 27, Section 2703, PG&E submitted a request to waive Article 27 community meetings requirement by demonstrating that the physical and technical constraints limit its placement of this SMF to a single location at 194 Sherwin Street. The Bureau of Street Use and Mapping tentatively approved this waiver and referred it to the Planning Department and the Department of Public Health. The Planning Department determined that this surface mounted facility will not unreasonably affect the aesthetic character of the streetscape, adversely affect pedestrian circulation, or adversely affect a historic resource. The Department of Public Health determined that the SMF will be in compliance with the FCC standard and will not produce radio frequency energy exposures exceeding the FCC public exposure limit. Therefore, the Bureau of Street Use and Mapping allowed PG&E to mail and post a notice of its intent to obtain a surface mounted facility permit. Per PG&E signed affidavits, this notice was sent to persons owning or occupying property within 300 feet along either side of the proposed location, mailed to the planning associations within 300 feet, and posted the notice in conspicuous places within 300 feet of either side of the proposed location. Public Works has received no protest to PG&E's proposal. I'll be here if you have any questions. Thank you.
Are there any members of the public that wish to speak? Is the applicant present?
Please use the raise your hand feature if you would like to talk so I can.
I believe is it *6 if you want to raise your hand by phone? Is the applicant present and would like to speak? And if you're on a phone, I believe you press either *6 or *9 to raise your hand.
Here you go. We'll take on last 3 digits, 216 first. Go ahead. I think you're muted. Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Hello. Hi, this is Chris Catrini, permit facilitator with PG&E. Yeah, Stephen Dupree, the project manager, is on the line as well. We're here. Thank you for having us.
And would you like to speak on the project or make any comments on the project or the waiver?
No, not at this time.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna mute you for now and allow last 887 to speak. Last 3 digits, 887. If you could unmute. Oh, yeah,
Yes.
go ahead.
Hi,
There
this is Stephen Dupree from PG&E, project manager. Just thanks again for having this hearing. We have no additional comments at this time.
Thank you. And I see one more person. Kimberly Bustos. But not a hand raised. So. One more call for public comment. Okay. So if there are no more comments for this item, then I will close the item and I'll make my recommendation to the director. And are there any other comments on any other items on, well, I guess this is the only item on the agenda. So if there are no more public comments, I will close the hearing. And the hearing is now closed.